usually a little more cheerful by the end of these things than when I start.
Yeah, same. Somebody's joining
Scott.
us. Look at that.
Hey,
Scott
guys.
joins us as we go live. Look at that. He jumped in because he was like, I don't see
shit.
it live. Nobody's on there yet. I'm going to go check in on him.
My damn phone does not inform me, or my Facebook chat does not inform me when you guys are doing this video thing. So it's like, are they going to do it or not?
Gotcha. That's funny. Sounds like it.
Now I can't hear you because I didn't put on my Bluetooth.
Oh yeah, your Bluetooth is defaulted yet. That's what I was about to say.
Hold on one minute.
There he is. He's got to do the boomer camera. Scott's on boomer cam. Boomer cam.
Boomer cam. What does that even mean?
It's when you put your camera like way down below your face and you look down into it, like.
Okay. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Scott's on
gotta,
boomer cam.
You gotta pretend that you're doing something really, saying something profound, like. But actually, just look kind of crazy.
I wonder if the space-time continuum times the root of. I don't know where I'm going with this.
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Yeah.
Weirdly
Yes,
enough,
thanks.
you nailed it.
Yes.
All right, so first topic is the thing we talked about in the chat earlier, which was, holy shit, Herman Lee got DMCA'd on Twitch.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I saw that there were like 50 messages on the group chat, and I was like, nah, I'm not reading all that.
Dude, Herman Lee got
So
DMCA'd on
I didn't
Twitch
see that.
for his own music, bro.
That's hilarious.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It
You said
sucks,
he had
but it's also
uploaded
hilarious.
through the Fire and the Flames or something through his Twitch.
We're not
and-
100% sure what it was perfectly, but Twitch basically just told him, hey, at the expense of us potentially getting a flag from the FBI for copyright violations, we're just going to go ahead and ban your account preemptively. So they did, and now he's trying to appeal
That's
it to get it
fucked up.
fucking fixed, yeah. But it's what I
Yeah,
said.
you should definitely fight such a thing. That's fucking stupid.
It's just way back when, and y'all can attest to it. I remember us going through this and going, should we play music when we do these podcasts? And I was like, nope, don't do it. Don't play music.
I remember that. It wasn't that long ago. It was like
Yeah.
a month or two.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, nope.
Of
don't
our
do it.
own music.
You don't want it. Don't play your own
That's so
music. Just
stupid.
don't even do that because it'll get you in trouble. I remember saying that, and y'all were like, all right, we'll play it by ear for now. We'll see what happens. And I've been watching people left and right. They're getting fucking flagged. They're getting copyright violations. They're getting demonetized from their channel.
That's pathetic.
It's bullshit, man. It's absolutely
It is.
bullshit. Yeah.
They're trying so hard to cover their ass about it, and now it's just ending up like screwing things up. It's a classic bureaucratic move, and
There
it
it
just
is.
doesn't make sense.
Yep, it's classic bureaucratic bullshit. Yeah,
This is-
the only
this is
safe
the way
medium really is
Bureaucracy
radio. Like,
at its
for
finest.
licensing. Like, the internet's not ever going to have it right. It's just not how it's going to work. They're going to have some new organization pop up to facilitate this stuff, I think. And, God,
Yeah.
good lord, do you think that's going to happen, really? Like,
I swear, it reminds me of the NBA.
NBA.
We're going back to the NBA thing, but it
Yeah.
reminds me so much of how
Yeah.
fucked up the system is
The
just
NBA
in
thing.
general.
What do you mean?
Just like how the NBA works. It doesn't work.
Oh,
Just like the DMCA doesn't work, like
Yeah.
or whatever that. It's just in the way. I mean, it's government run, right?
Yeah. This is a
So,
government.
I mean,
well, it's a
it's-
government act that facilitates it anyway. But it's
Yeah.
not government run that's going after it. It's actually individual organizations that own the rights to stuff. They're going after the organizations as it goes.
Right.
So it's like it's a combination of things that are happening, but it's like it's because greedy motherfuckers want money and it's not really theirs. They didn't make it, but they think that they own it, and so they're trying to go after it. It's really funny to me that means that some algorithm out there flagged this content, and then somebody from the organization was still like, "Yeah, don't let them do that." What? Like, he's the writer on it. What do you want? Like,
Right.
publishing
I don't
rights,
understand it.
Sure, but it's not republishing it when you put it on Twitch. At least that's the problem, I think, is that we don't right now have clarification on what that means. Because like right now, if you make a video and put music to it, you need a sync license to do that. How does that work for live streaming? Does it work the same as live TV? If it does that mean I have to go pay for every use that I use of our own music? Because that's fucking hilarious if I have to. That's how it works in, like, TV. Like, if you use your own music on something, you have to pay yourself, basically. So, like, it's very possible that that's how it works for this. But holy shit, are they going to clarify that at any point in time? Or are they just going to keep letting us figure it out as it goes? Like...
as they continue shutting us down,
Yep.
they're just not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not going to inform you how it works. They're just going to tell you
Yeah.
that that's wrong and continue to
Well,
do that without any sort of.
And it's like they're
Easy
cracking
informative.
down on this the same way that the government cracks down on,
Any
whatever
myriad
other
of things. Any myriad of things. It's the same way the government
Anything.
does everything. Just take
They
it
just-
away.
Yeah, just shut it down somehow.
It's
I don't
alarm
know.
for the song.
If you don't like something about it, shut all of it down. Don't worry indiscriminately. Just
I gotta be careful. I said
Or-
just take it away. We might get flagged for take it away.
or create a massive
Gonna
amount of
happen, oh,
paperwork
geez.
to discourage doing the thing in the first place.
Right.
You need so much licensing and you have to fill out so much documentation that you just don't even want to deal with it.
You
so
don't
you
even
don't
want to
bother.
do it. Yeah, bureaucracy by design kind of thing. Like
Yes.
they know they're doing it intelligently. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's dumb. That's so dumb. There's so many things that are like that too. Like just in general.
my job.
Yeah.
Oh,
fair. Ooh, dear. Oh no.
Oh,
Pirate radio.
well, like
What are they gonna do?
I was just kind of. I was
so-
reflecting on it today. There's just a massive amount of paperwork I have to do. I'm just like,
Yeah.
God, there's so many things. So I wish you could facilitate this into like one thing.
I get it.
You know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
just
I
annoying.
was gonna say another like big thing, probably a hot button topic, but like gun control is weirdly like that too, where it's like states have this thing where they basically have this idea where it's like you can. So the Supreme Court's actually reaffirmed a couple times that there's no necessity for a concealed carry permit, right? If you go and fight it up to the point that the Supreme Court has to say something about it, they're going to reaffirm that you have the right to a concealed carry as an individual citizen, right? That's how it is. Right, that's why a bunch of states have flipped their thing on it because they're realizing there's no constitutional grounds on it. It's kind of fucked, even if you believe in gun control. It's just how it is. It's how the law is interpreted. There's nothing they can do about it, and there's pretty much no changing that. But the thing that happens as a result of this is like some states try to do this thing where they say, "Oh, we're a shall issue state," which means we will issue it. But in practice, and this is how it really works. This is the slang and lingo that people use. In practice, they're a may issue or a will not issue. So they say we're a shall issue outright. They'll say, yeah, we'll do it, but in essence, they're actually just not ever going to facilitate or let it happen because they don't want it to happen. Places in California are a lot like that, where it's like, we're not going to let you conceal carry at all because we believe that you shouldn't be allowed to, even though technically if you fought it enough, you'd be allowed to. We're still not going to do it because we know most people aren't going to fight it. And that's what it is.
Wow.
And the few people that do, they'll just be like, okay, fine, you can have it. Just so you don't change the laws. We have this idea that's more important than the actual, like, reason and rationale behind it, if that makes sense. It's fucked.
Yeah,
It's a
no.
whole fucked situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like that where people are just taking on some kind of ideology,
Yeah.
and then that ideology is just driving everything that they do,
Yeah.
no matter how asinine it becomes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I feel
Yeah,
like that happens with so many people.
Yeah, I mean, historically in this country, we even have things like that, like alcohol prohibition, like that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That was the whole thing.
it's not even technically that it was really illegal to have alcohol because you could possess alcohol, you could do it, but it had to be specific types of alcohol and had to be for specific reasons, and you had to be able to prove that, right? Kind of like
Right.
weed today,
Which means-
and that's exactly what it is. Like they just do the same thing every time. Nothing ever changes.
Well, on to a later topic.
Helium.
The whole thing about Herman Lee
Oh yeah, and yeah,
brought,
this
us,
extends
brought us
further.
on to another topic.
Yeah,
We had our first like from a celebrity,
that was pretty cool.
Herman Lee,
I don't even know if it's the
on
first time.
Instagram.
We've had a couple of other celebrities, I think, along the way. Like we've had like
Really?
people. Yeah, we had a like from Slash early on. We had something else.
Really?
Pop up. Yeah. I never said anything about them because I was like, they're likes. They're likes. But you caught that one, so I was like, it's cool. Look at that. yeah. What up,
This
Brian?
is so random. I was like,
Got
is
Brian in the
is
chat.
that really? I was like looking for like a couple numbers afterwards, like Herman Lee 1950 or something, or
Right.
just like some poser of Herman Lee.
1950?
It was-
Right. No, that's him. That was
He's-
Herman
it's-
fucking
I
Lee.
don't know.
Herman Lee liked their shit.
70-year-old Lee
Yeah.
fan. This old man
That was
listening
just
to
the
Dragon
first
Force.
number that popped in my head.
I
I would have said 69.
Herman
but
Lee,
oh, what a-
1950. It's a 70-year-old dude. That's a 70-year-old
Shredding
man.
shit.
It's like, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da." Oh, my neck. That's so funny.
Shit.
Holy shit.
You said a couple.
Fuck.
I was thinking you'd say like Herman Lee 69 or you
No,
know.
well, that's still pretty old.
Well, yeah, yeah, old, sure.
I thought you liked that.
I got you there, eh?
Yeah.
Losers.
That's
But anyway,
Dude.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so
Herman
Herman Lee
Lee
liked our
Crafting.
shit. That's nice. Thanks, Herman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, bud.
Yeah. It's cool. So I've been practicing this fucking song, "The Stage" by Vince Unfold, the intro
yeah.
to that thing.
That's a crazy song.
The
I can't think of
intro
which one
is.
that is. I'm gonna play it real
It's-
quick.
It's their
Don't
more.
do that.
You gotta get his band, bro.
Nathan, absolutely don't do that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Fuck that.
Put it on your headphones so you can't hear that.
Don't even do
No,
that.
it's
It might hear it.
Too much work. Too much work. Not doing it. I'll just sit here.
I
and
don't force. It's the one that involves like politics. I don't. It's like it's a video. The music video is like of puppets or something, and it just starts going through like
Yeah, yeah.
generations.
Yep,
Which album is it
Have
on?
you seen that video?
it's the newest one.
It's on their latest album.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know it. I
Scott,
don't have that album. I haven't listened
Scott,
to
do you
it.
remember when that album came out and I made you listen to it with me on the ride out to like bumfuck nowhere to
To
get
get
my
your amp
Yeah,
out there in Dundalk.
yeah. Bumfuck Dundalk.
It was like,
Dude, that
Bumfuck
place was
Dundalk.
sketchy as shit, by the way. That was the one time I ever went to a
Yeah,
Walmart and I was like, I
yeah.
might get stabbed in this parking lot. And I had nothing in my hands. I had not a fucking item in my hands. I was like, I'm going to get
yeah,
stabbed here.
yeah.
This is dangerous.
It's just that area in general. Like it's close to the place, the Sparrows place out in Sparrows Point.
Oh, the bar.
The bar that looked like a strip club.
Yeah.
Think of the
Sparta Inn.
Yeah, yeah.
Sparta Inn. Yep,
It's
that's
like
the one.
right by that shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It wasn't far from that area at least.
Good
And
Lord,
I remember going
guys.
into the bathroom afterwards and trying to flush the toilet, and it just started clogging. It's like, this is disgusting.
That place had the nastiest bathroom I've ever been in my life.
The nastiest Walmart.
Oh, the Walmart.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a Walmart.
yeah, it was a Walmart, and it was,
No, it was a
oh,
Stab Central is what it was.
Stab Central. Come here and get your latest
Stab
shit.
Central Station.
Taking a serious risk when you're going there to buy some bread.
No, yeah, seriously. No, I only went, we went, what, 10 feet into the fucking Walmart, and I was like, I'm not doing this. This is weird. This place is bad. I remember we had the amp in the car, too, because we just got it from the guy. We had to take a leak so bad because you're like 45 minutes out there. What a fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
What a damn thing.
That was an experience. It was interesting. I know you wanted to go out there just so you didn't get, you had a witness next to you. So
That's literally what I told you. I was like, dude, it's not so that you can save me. It's so that when I'm dead, you can tell the cops what happened. Like,
unless I'm dead, of course. But
I believe it. Dude, Scott, you're athletic, bud. You would have outrun him. It would have been fine.
If nothing
I
else, you
guess.
could have escaped.
You'd have done cartwheels around those motherfuckers. What are you talking about?
yeah, that would have been cool.
Scott's-
That would have been legit.
Scott's so fast he can outrun a Ford F-150.
Oh,
That would
pretty
be
good.
funny on the news. It's just like, man stabbed in a parking lot of Walmart. Other witness cartwheels around the avoids getting killed, gets away.
Victim is still cartwheeling around the suspect.
We tried to interview him, but he couldn't sit still long enough.
Join us in Action Cam 5.
Oh shoot!
What do you got up there, Bob? Well, as you can see here, there's a naked man greased up with peanut butter, and he is doing cartwheels around the man with a knife. There's a dead man next to the man with the knife. We're not really sure what happened here, but it looks like $300 might have been all this was over. Back to you. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Yeah, once revealed. Join us this week, where we learn how to peanut butter cartwheel.
It's peanut butter jelly time.
Peanut butter
Aren't you
cartwheel
jelly?
time. Peanut butter cartwheel
Jelly
time.
come from?
Oh no, I don't want to know where the jelly comes from.
What kind of jelly is it?
my joke.
Yo, you just reminded me of a fucking hilarious thing.
Which one of us?
All right. So just with the peanut butter jelly thing. So Brian, I don't know if you're still down in the comments here hanging out. But we realized a certain hilarious thing just now. I once upon a time was at a barracks inspection with Brian Facemeyer in Kuwait when they went through our rooms. I was up because I was on mid shift. I was on like night shift and worked from like 12 o'clock at night until like fucking whatever. And so I was up anyway. I was eating sandwiches in my bed because I was hungry. Okay. The DFAC was closed. The dining facility was closed. Okay. It was like 3 in the fucking morning. Okay. I was eating sandwiches and I was tired. I fell asleep with my loaf of bread closed and my Nutella closed on my bed, like next to my bed, right? And I was like, whatever. My plate and stuff was all cleaned up and it was all on its own. But I fell asleep like that. We have this inspection. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get up and go outside. So I get up and I go outside and waiting for them to go through and do this inspection. And they find my fucking loaf of bread and Nutella on the bed, and they're like, "That's nasty. Do you sleep like that?" And I was like, "No, I'm awake. I'm on mid shift." Like, that's disgusting. Make sure you eat your fucking food out here in the eating area. I was like, "There's no rule that says I have to do that." And they're like, "All right, well, we're gonna fucking see if we can find one." I was like, "All right, do your thing, man. Like, whatever floats your boat. I don't really care that much. It's just I'm on mid shift and I was eating a fucking sandwich. Can you please leave me alone?" I was like, "This is the time they found somebody." Brian said the hot Budzawas. Jake probably. That's funny. This is the time they also found somebody was growing drugs. Somebody was like growing weed in one of the fucking barracks rooms, but they were giving me trouble for a loaf of fucking bread and Nutella.
It's the Nutella that pissed them off,
nightmare.
dude. It wasn't the loaf of bread. It was the Nutella. It was the
Nutella. They were fucking with me. That's what it was. They were like, "You fucking heathen. You like
Nutella's
this shit?"
disgusting.
Yeah.
That's why. They just don't like Nutella.
Yeah, they're just garbage human beings with no fucking taste.
They are,
Classy
yeah.
fucking heathens.
Oh, Nutella would sound so good right now.
You know what the
dude.
worst part about it was? The dude who did the inspection, who gave me the shit, was one of the dudes I used to smoke cigarettes with every fucking night when I first got there in the country. And I don't think he realized who I was, because it's been a while.
Douchebag. It's the Maine Coon fluff.
Yeah, it's cheap. Master Chief Tomahawk the Baz Maximilian Budzinski Sr.
Some dude tried to make alcohol with
Budzinski
Purell
Sr.
and orange peels, Brian said. I remember that too. I also remember trying myself to make fucking prison hooch with Jake.
Prison hooch. What the hell is
Yeah, we
prison
fucking
hooch?
had yeast flown into the country and shit. We got bored. It never worked. We were completely unsuccessful as chemists. We drank rancid Gatorade is what basically fucking happened.
Oh.
Oh,
that sounds
well,
horrible.
I guess it's no worse than moonshine.
Well, it was.
Well, I'm saying the moonshine back in the day, man.
Oh man,
shit
that would have been
was
fine though. At
disgusting.
least I would have got drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
Instead,
way
I
you
just
didn't
drank
even-
nastiness and spit it out because.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Spit it out
Speaking
to
of
the
drinking,
devil.
what you drinking there? Some sort of red wine there, Nathan?
This is mulled wine. I found it at Aldi. It's kind of like a spicy, not like salsa spicy, but like, I don't know. It's got some spice to it. Like you'd warm it up and put cloves and cinnamon and shit in it.
You said you warm it up?
Well, I did
Warm
not
up
warm
wine.
it up. You can warm this up, and like it's for being like a warm cinnamon spicy kind of wine. So I'm thinking
You went to Aldi's, you say?
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
but it's just a type of wine, I guess. Didn't cost that much, but it's pretty good.
I've never heard of warming wine up ever in my life.
me-
I
either.
haven't either, actually.
I learned
I know
that
they
You learned it today?
I know they do a
Learned
certain
today.
thing where they put
So did we.
they put red wine, I think it's red wine, into a blender, and you just blend it up with nothing in it, and it creates, like, of course, oxidation, and it gives it a different flavor. So
Yeah,
that's interesting.
that makes sense.
It's an interesting thing
yeah,
how
'cause-
just
Yeah, well,
What
it makes
the
sense.
fuck is
like,
that?
It's
What? You just
stuffed into a
blend
bottle.
wine?
It just chills there, and it like
Yeah.
condenses or whatever. And so when you aerate it, it causes it to.
blending wine to aerate. Yeah, that's the first thing.
They
to
have
know.
these things.
Yeah.
Wine blending is the
yeah.
process by which you combine different varietal wines into one supreme wine. That's a different thing. Hang on, let me search to aerate.
If it's just one, it's
There it is.
supposedly just one wine.
Oh, here we go.
at least
I got
the
it.
one
I
that
got it. It's called hyper decanting, and it has wine lovers frothing. Enthusiasts of blender-based wine decanting put red wine in the blender with the idea that process ages it 5 years in 30 seconds. Some say that exposing young wine to
30
so much
seconds.
air, it can quickly soften tannins. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, where does the 30 seconds
I don't know
come
where they're
into
getting
play?
that idea from, but decanting wine seems to be an idea. You know what? You just made it older by 5 years and 30 seconds if you do that. Go do it, Nathan. Go make it 5 years older. See what it tastes like.
There you go. What were you gonna say, Nate? You keep wanting to say something. Huh?
Do it up. Sorry.
Yeah, stop interrupting me. Jeez.
I'm an asshole.
They've got these little things. It's got like a little cone and then a tube and little tubes that go into the other tube. And what it does is when you pour the wine into it, it like bubbles as it goes down. And it's like a quick air. You just pour it through this thing and it just goes into the glass. It's just for the sake of aerating. So it goes.
So it's a wine bong.
That's the noise it makes. That's
Pretty,
gotta try this out.
pretty close.
Scott's like, I gotta try this out. This is the closest thing to drugs I'll ever do.
Well, let me see if I can get
Bird. Shut up, Bird.
Oh, I forgot I never fixed this. There you go.
It just makes me think of Jim Carrey when we do that. Just seems like something he would do, you know?
Brian said, it's a bubbler? Yes, that's what I got too. I don't know anything about wine. I feel like a fucking putz when it comes to that. Like, I'm useless.
I like the red stuff.
I do too. In my veins. I don't drink.
I like the white wine, the sweeter stuff. The red is just, it's too bitter for me, honestly.
I feel like that usually happens, like, when someone first tries wine, they usually like the sweet stuff. And then over time, like, as they have it with, like, because, like, you're supposed to have certain kinds with certain foods and stuff. So, like, if you have one of those, like, drier or more, like, bold kind of wines that's not as sweet, the red ones, if you have it with, like, a steak or you have it with, like, a spaghetti with red sauce, you know, something like that, it tends to, it works a lot better. Especially if you use that red wine to make the spaghetti sauce. Like, you can put it into the spaghetti sauce. You know?
That makes sense.
So then it's like
you're thinking the long game, bro. That's the thing. I'm out here living in 2020. You're living in fucking 2040, 2050. You're living like they're gonna live in the future and shit. That's how everybody's gonna be doing their shit. You're already doing it. Look at you.
Speaking of shit, I will be back, guys.
Scott's literally about to go take a shit live on stream.
I gotta leave, guys, literally.
We're gonna do this.
Otherwise, I'm gonna be suffering.
Okay.
That's hilarious.
Okay. I'll be back.
Just leave the call.
I literally have to. I'm gonna shit
leave.
my pants.
Go. Do the thing.
Go shit yourself.
Yeah.
I literally am going to shit.
There you go.
So that was a whole thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
I fixed it. Don't worry about it. Moscatos are decent. I've never had it. Don't even know what a Moscato is.
Moscato? It's Scott, but Mo.
But Moscatos.
Moscato.
Which is what we need right now. We need Moscatos.
We do. If we had two Scatos, can you imagine how cool the guitar solos would be?
That'd be fucking insane.
Like, imagine
well,
just
that's the thing, though, is that they would have to battle each other for the guitar solos.
all the songs would be guitar battles.
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Every single one, because they'd both be so good that they'd be like, no, it should be this. And then the other one would be like, no, it should be this. And they would just go back and
It's
forth.
either that,
both.
or they would play the exact same solo, except one of them would just play it in harmony to the other one.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I think that would also happen.
That makes more sense, maybe. I don't know. Scott and I are kind of working on that already. We have a bunch of stuff like that already, yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear some of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
you've heard bits and pieces of it, like some of the older stuff, too.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something off the top of my head that we do it in, but...
Oh.
Slight delay a couple times.
Yeah, you have a part like that in Believin', right? Yeah.
That part's a fucking nightmare when we play it live, because, as always, you get the stage jitters, and everybody's playing a couple BPMs faster, and that is impossibly hard to play when it's fast.
I
It
bet
is
that's
so
probably my
fucking cool though. Like, actually pulling it off, and I'm like, yeah, fuck yes, yeah. Like, I have this thing in my head where sometimes when I do it, I just look at Scott in the eye, and I don't think he's ever noticed me live because I think I'd unnerve him. But I want that to be the thing, is I just want us to look each other in the eye and do it the entire time because it's so hard to do without looking.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
So it's probably my fault that it starts out a little faster
it's fine.
because I'm just like.
I think at a certain point, you realize at that point in the song that I'm like fucking struggling to play the goddamn guitar, and it slowly brings itself back to where it feels normal, but I'm like the entire time.
More realistically, it's probably because we get to a certain drum part that it naturally slows down.
Oh,
because,
right. I'm thinking about how that drum goes in there, and that's true. It does
Yeah.
eventually just hit a point.
Yeah. Speaking of drum things, I picked up my brushes and I was trying to work out how to do brush work.
Yeah.
You know, and I've got this stuff. So what's cool about it is that you can just use like a regular, like one of these paperback method books, right? This is just like my stick control book. I just
Yeah.
use the back of it and get the brushes out. It has like a nice squishy sound, so you can just practice on this thing.
Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah, and then you have like all these like sweepy kind of methods that you can
I think
use.
I hear Scott coming down his stairs right now.
I'm better.
Are you? Are you better?
What did I miss? I'm better
What
for
did
now.
I
We'll see how
miss?
it goes.
What did you miss?
What did I miss?
You missed us talking about Moscatos and how having Moscatos would be fun. We needed more Scott, so we needed Moscatos.
Moscatos are good.
That face that you made there while it was loading was great. It's hysterical.
Moscatos.
I think you're like
What's
lagging.
in a Moscato?
Are
I'm
you
trying to
lagging?
think. Am I?
Oh, there you go. Now you've caught up.
Hello?
The world is with us again. Yeah, you're good. You were for a
Who's
second.
lagging? Was it me or?
It was you. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You still are a little bit, but you're fine.
Fuck.
Yeah. Right.
What the fuck,
Nathan's
mate?
over there stroking a book with his fucking brushes. You're making me uncomfortable. Okay? Look, nobody asked for this. Just stroking things.
Stroke it. Just
So, yeah.
stroke it, man.
So we basically hit all of the important bits of what we were slated to talk about. So now we're at the point where I ask you how your day was. How was your day?
Is that the routine now, Vern?
Yeah. How was
Okay.
your day?
Well, mine wasn't too bad.
Yeah?
I will just say, you guys thought I had a job. I'm back to being unemployed.
Oh no, what happened? Do you want to talk about it?
Sure, dude. This job, they paid very well, but fuck. Like, they during the interview, it was very misleading in the fact that they left out so many different key factors into the reason I wanted this job in the first place.
Okay.
And it's just that it was so unprofessional how they did stuff. I asked them a bunch of questions. I asked them as much as I could, but I just didn't feel like there was something about it that I didn't like. But at the same time, I was
Sounds bad.
desperate to find a job.
Yeah.
And then, like, the guy had told me basically that there was going to be barely any physical work involved, at least with some of the trucks. But I don't. It's hard to say because some of the stuff that he was talking about, it was just very, very blatantly like just not forward.
Right.
It was hard for me to get everything out of him. And like the day that I went out with him, with the guy who's training me, like I went on a box truck, and the next thing I know, I'm having to pull fucking cabinets off the top of other cabinets, carry them to the back of this truck. I'm having to do all this physical work, more than I had to do for my last job, And the next day, we literally had to move stairs, like these stairs, like not the whole thing, but the base of the stairs from the back of the truck to the front where, people had to pull it off. And that was like over 300-something pounds. And I'm already having these physical conditions with my neck. So I'm like, fuck this. There's no way my body is going to deteriorate within 2 weeks after working this job.
Right.
So I couldn't. I let it go before I gave them the paperwork. So now if unemployment sees anything, they're not going to see anything, of course, because I didn't fill out any paperwork. I'm not going to get paid for those 2 days.
Nothing happened,
but at least
that's crazy.
At least I still can get unemployment, which is another thing. I found out I'm going to get my money here pretty soon, which has been an issue. But
it's good that you're going to get your unemployment, but that's fucked that you basically worked under the table for nothing for 2 days.
Pretty much. It was.
They weren't telling you what the job was.
Yeah. It was just very unprofessionally done. Like, I've been to many interviews, and like that one was just very unprofessional. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah. But I think it's best that I left that job.
Yeah,
man.
Sounds like it. Sorry you dealt with that, man. Sounds nuts.
Yeah, thank you.
Sounds nuts.
I appreciate that.
If you're not going to be straightforward and honest at the interview, like, what other kind of things are they going to be dishonest about or not?
Right.
Yeah, and that's money on the line.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, they were going to pay by salary. They were going to pay very well, $50,000 a year, and the thing about that was
how when they ain't get the fucking bank account information.
Well,
who the fuck are they writing the check out to? They don't even know your goddamn name.
Well, Vern, the thing is, I never got a chance to give it to them.
That's
thankfully.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But the thing of it is, it's like they're saying that they're only going to have me work 40 hours a week, and that they would adjust my time based on how much I worked the day before. Like, if I worked like over 10 hours, they would make sure down the line that my hours would be shorter for the other days. And I worked those 2 days, and I worked over 10 hours, and it didn't seem like they were adjusting it at all. And it just seemed like that's how it was going to be. Like, I was going to work
like,
a good 50-hour
we'll
week.
help you out. Yeah, we'll fix your hours later. It'll be 40. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And after 2 weeks, or after a week, I bet you had 40 hours, but I bet you worked way more than 40 hours. And they're like, we'll compensate you for it.
The thing is, they didn't have you didn't clock in at all because it's salary. So
man,
you
so
just
now
go
you're on
in there.
the honor system and shit, man.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they weren't paying you fucking shit. That's the thing, man. Those places are shady as fuck.
Made the right choice.
Yeah, you got the fuck out of there.
It was. I got the fuck out. It was. Those 2 days were like the worst I've had in a while.
That's insane. I am sorry you dealt with that. That is fucking nuts. I wouldn't have done that shit either. I would have dipped the fuck out of there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was too much, dude. It's just, I don't know how people can do that type of job. It's just so physical.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's how I felt about like the job that like Nick was doing. Bro, fuck that. Like, Nathan, like, fuck
right.
That shit is intense physical labor all day long.
Right.
Fucking 7 days a fucking week. Like, it's insane.
I will say that working for that particular guy was pretty cool. I mean, he was pretty cool.
He was chill. He was chill. Don't get me wrong, but that's how most like decent foremen are. They're pretty chill about how they work their guys because they know it's a hard fucking job and they've worked it too. But like, it's still a hard job. Like, at the end of the day, you are 100% having been labored. You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's like every day when I was with that. The first stop I made was Chick-fil-A. Like most of the time.
You needed energy because you would pass the fuck out if you didn't have it. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is a crazy hard job to do.
It's a cool summer job, but doing it for many, many years isn't not something I would want.
Yeah, you have to have a passion for fucking things like that.
I remember Nick saying like the lifespan of somebody who owns a business like that is like
pretty low,
up to like 60 or something.
Yeah.
Because
like it's
your body just
average.
Yeah, you just beat the fuck up by the end of your life, and there's no real retirement plan for somebody who owns their own business. You got to figure that out on your own.
Yeah.
It's you know.
Set up a
Well,
robot, right?
Yep.
This brings me to the next subject. I'm thinking of going back to school at this point. Honestly,
Oh,
I don't want to
shit.
keep doing these physical jobs.
Scott's going back to school.
Back to school for what?
Scott's gonna be so cool.
Well, Bird, just pull out your Smurn.
I ain't even been drinking, man.
I know. I'm thinking.
I was actually looking into radiology or like an MRI technician.
That's what's up.
You only have to have an associate's to do something like that. So
Yeah, man.
it's a possibility.
Yeah, man. There's that.
So.
If you're interested in like the medical sciences, man, like phlebotomy, maybe. You know what phlebotomy is? You squeamish with blood first.
I am. So I
Never
don't know.
mind. You don't want to do that.
I'm definitely
That job
squeamish
is
with
literally
blood.
just
That's
drawing blood.
drawing blood. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Your whole job is to set an IV and draw blood.
Yep.
Dude, now that you bring that subject up, I'm feeling kind of squeamish.
He's already
So,
squeamish.
There's no
All right.
fucking way I
Look
can
at
do that.
Can't even do a conversation about it. All right. Excellent.
I have too weak of a stomach, dude.
That's-
You know how weak
wow.
my stomach is.
Excellent. I have no idea that it was that weak. I didn't know it was your stomach was like weak in that way either. I thought it was just like the
Yeah.
foods you ate and stuff too. Wow, that's yeah. Yeah, I can't do gore in
Yeah.
movies, but I've seen enough of it in life that I'm like, desensitized. I'm here for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But like
That was
movies, I can't
Nathan's-
do it. It's gross.
Yeah, right.
Because movies
That was
overdo it.
Nathan's day.
What's that?
That was Nathan's day. We never
Yeah,
got
let's
to
say
you
Nathan,
there,
Nathan.
Nathan.
What was your day like?
I mean, my day was okay. It was kind of stressful though. Like I told you earlier, I had a meeting.
Yep.
And I dropped the ball on like setting it up properly. I miscommunicated about whether it was a virtual one or in person, and so people showed up to places and they weren't supposed to go there.
Oh, jeez.
So, I mean, it worked out. Like I just called them into the meeting and it was fine. But like I was real stressed out about it. And then like after that, because I work virtually with the kids, there's like just thing after thing kept happening. Like this kid went to the wrong link, or this other one didn't know that they had the thing today because they checked this thing instead of that thing, and just thing after all these things just kept happening. So it's like my job is not. It's certainly not physically demanding.
Right, but
but
it's mentally.
right.
Whoop.
Your phone fell.
Sorry, gentlemen.
Down.
That was amazing.
But like, because we're virtual right now, I'm in the office. The colors of the walls of this office. So there's a color called drab.
Drab.
There's literally a color called drab, and imagine like
Is
the
that-
saddest looking tan that you can think of, and that is this color, and
That's
that is what my office is. That's the color of my
I mean,
office.
just
Just
the word
thinking
in
about the
itself
color drab
sounds-
made me yawn. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the sound
So,
of it is like you're saying drag or something. Dude, that's such a drab. You
what
know?
a drab.
drab.
What
Yeah.
a drab.
So I'm in this office all
New
day.
lingo
and then,
for Scott.
I'm just sitting on my iPad like the whole time, like the school iPad, and I'm just like, and of course I work with kids who are
In fetal position, rocking,
Yeah.
saying your
Yeah.
name. Fucking.
I'm doing that and
All
paperwork,
work
and
and
then
no play
did
makes
wrong.
Nate a dull
Nathan
boy.
did wrong.
all my students are it's the caseload who is hard of hearing. So the whole time I'm in the microphone like, okay, so here's what we're gonna do today.
Jeez.
The whole day. And so my voice is all tired at the end, but then also it's like real boring and dull. So it's like a weird combination of being tired and then like also being like jittery because I've been sitting all day. So I'm just like both, and I'm like,
It's like a restlessness.
yeah.
I get that all the
that's just-
time. Yeah.
Honestly, that could be as draining as a physical job. To be
Yeah.
honest, just
Yeah.
be.
I mean,
Just, if it's mentally.
That's my whole job, is like that shit right there. Just that restlessness. Like, I've done a lot, but I haven't gone anywhere. I'm right in the same fucking spot still. Like,
right. And then there's also that and documentation and just paperwork
Yep.
and stuff like that. This is kind of
I'll be
annoying.
right back.
I think
I thought he was going to
Your
bring a
cat doing
cat. I'm
something?
disappointed. I'm just kidding.
No, he went upstairs. He was like, I'm done with this shit. He locked me in the basement. I'm out.
Scott's cats actually own Scott's house. They actually pay the mortgage
much.
each month.
I wish. Dude, I don't know what's going on, but there's been 3 different incidents where I've come downstairs and there's half of a mouse on the floor, just blood everywhere. It makes
one of them is a psychopath. What the fuck?
No, that's just what cats do. That's what cats do.
They do that. Yep.
Cats
Maybe
in
you're
general
a
are
psychopath. No, I'm just.
Shut up. In general, cats are just they're
Vicious
very
savages?
well. I guess you could say they are psychopathic because they play with whatever it is that, like if it's a mouse or something, they'll play with it at first and then they'll kill it.
Yeah.
And that's pretty brutal.
It's pretty brutal. Pretty savage.
Pretty fucking metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are carnivores after all, so it kind of makes sense. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, but
So
do
which half of
the
the money is
carnivores
left?
always play with it before they eat it?
Oh man, I thought you were calling the mouse money, and that was the fucking most hilarious slang I'd ever heard, Brian. I was gonna let you roll with it. He said, "Which half of the money is left?" And I thought he was calling the mouse the money. I was like, "Bro, it's a great name for it."
Which half of the money is still left?
Yeah.
They'll never know. It was the half, like the head was gone. It was the other half.
Jesus.
And I could not I was picking the thing up and I was gagging while I was doing it. It's like,
bro.
it's stuck to the ground.
Oh no! That's awful.
There was like a piece of it's like intestine or something on the ground on the tiling.
The carnage. The carnage. Yeah. So once upon a time, we were inside and not paying attention to the dog while she was outside. It's against the rules where we live, but we were doing it anyway. Don't tell anybody. But there were no people harmed in the making of this. However, one squirrel got viciously mauled because my girlfriend walked back outside to look to see what the dog was up to, and she had a headless corpse of a squirrel in her mouth. And I was like,
"Oh my!"
She's like, "You gotta go out there and stop her." And I was like, so I just ran out there and took a dead squirrel out of her hands. It was just like, and fucking shot-putted a dead squirrel as far away as I could. And then I just went inside and never talked about it again.
Just kind of sat back down on the couch like...
Well, there was some washing of my hands and some long reflection after I did that, like...
What did I just do?
Of a lifeless corpse of the fucking squirrel.
Get me a fucking pound of weed right now so I can inhale the shit out of that.
I'm gonna need a minute. Like, yeah. Reminds me, you ever hear about Peacock's barracks cat? No? What happened with Peacock's barracks cat? I heard at one point he had one. I don't know if anything negative happened to a barracks cat, but that'd be sad. Cats aren't bad people. People are bad people. Cats are just psychopaths.
Nate's gonna sit there and doodle with that thing. I'm gonna doodle with the guitar.
It's fine. We can't hear either one of you. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you good.
Yeah, I'm gonna learn this whole thing. I'm gonna learn that whole stage.
He found a cat outside the smoke pit one day, brings it into his room for half a day, and there was a room inspection after that. That's fucking hilarious. I had no idea that happened. Did he get in trouble for that? I don't even remember. I remember somebody else got nailed for having tattoo equipment. Someone else got nailed for... What else? There's something else funny that happened. Somebody had, like, flagrant sex toys, like, lots of them. Like, and they were like, can't have that. And they were like, really? I can't? They were like, I guess there's no rule that says you can't. And they're like, cool. That was it.
Did you say flagrant sex toys?
Yeah, like, all kinds of shit. Like, a bunch of them.
As opposed to, like, subtle ones that look like other things.
Like, tons of them, and they were, like, all over the place and very inconspicuous, rather.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I see. And clearly used, I assume, too.
Yeah.
They were all used up.
They were very much used, yes.
Alright.
Told the sergeant major
And you guys ever had it in...
He let him off for being honest. What a nice thing for him to do. I probably would have done the same thing if I was a sergeant major with half a heart. But he got lucky, probably because Peacock was, like, 4 feet tall and looked like you could blow on him and he'd fucking fly away in the wind. So that guy was probably just like, man, I can't pick on a kid. Like,
Man! Just leave him alone,
Hey, just leave him alone, man. Just leave him alone. Ma!
I remember that, yeah. They found a whip, paddles, handcuffs, a pole was mounted in the room. That was the sex toy room, yeah. It was a lot of shit. There was a lot of shit in the room.
A pole was mounted?
Mounted in the room, like off of a 2x4 thing, because the ceilings were fucking high, so they had it mounted off of like a 2x4 that was attached to the wall. I remember this shit because there were pictures. There are pictures probably out there on U.S. Army What the Fuck moments still of this whole thing when it all went down. There was tons of stuff that got found, and the people in CID were in on it, the posting of it on U.S. Army What the Fuck moments. Yeah,
well,
pretty hilarious.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I just found a new use for those copper scorpions.
Is that your cigarette lighter?
I mean, I don't
Nice.
smoke cigarettes anymore, but it was, I guess.
It's a lighter. It makes fire. Let's see.
I have made fire.
It's my Rasta spirit piece. No, it's actually cool. It hangs on there like really well. Pretty cool.
Oh, I need a beer.
Yeah, I wish, man.
Hey.
I wish. I don't know if I told you guys, I got violently ill over the weekend.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Like, horribly ill. That was crazy. There was a point
Like,
where I
what
was like,
happened?
is this the end? Is this the corona? Did I catch the COVID?
Uh-oh. What is going on with Nathan?
I
But
don't know.
anyway,
He fucked
I've
around and
many
started playing
eyes.
with filters again.
Yeah.
Because he
You know
wants
what,
to
it's
make...
not me this
Because
time.
Nathan wants to make all of our footage useless. It's all good. I understand.
I'll turn it off.
You gotta play one of the games that you can't turn off.
That'll
it's
make you
just
leave
no.
the fucking thing
Not playing
and
that
waste a full
stupid game
10
again.
minutes of time. I laughed so hard through all of that, though.
Get that horde. I was like, when will it stop? I just want to stop doing this. I mean, can't you turn this shit off?
Oh, I remember
Make
that.
it stop.
Brian sent a picture he took of a 15-pack van buried underneath half of fucking, I don't even remember. Oh, buried half under the sand after that insane rainstorm made it into U.S. Army What the Fuck moments. Yeah, we got flooded at one point. We had a rainstorm come through, like, during a thunderstorm, or during a dust storm, too. So it, like, rained mud for, like, 2 days.
Oh,
and, like,
my.
while it was raining mud, it was just, like, constant fucking downpour. And it ended up flooding a bunch of the zones to the point that, like, people's tents were underwater. Like, vans were, like, sunk into the fucking sand because the sand became, like, damn near, like, quicksand in certain regions.
Oh.
Like, it was fucking insane.
Jeez.
I remember there's a dude with a kayak. There were people that were just getting on top of, like, pieces of wood and just floating down the river Kuwait. Like, it was just insane. The most crazy shit I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, I do remember that picture.
That's something. It's hard to picture such a thing.
It was
It's
nuts.
hard to picture somebody taking a fucking kayak
That
into
shit was
Kuwait.
so fucking funny. Yeah, no, it was great. I had a hard time not laughing at all of that shit. There were so many pictures of people, like, up to this much water, like, walking around, like, floating. So fucking ridiculous.
Ah, nice.
I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I was like, what the fuck? I lived up in the other zone where we were, like, a little higher than everybody else on the ground, and we treated them like we were kings and they were our peasants, because we had real buildings and they had tents, so fuck them. I remember going down there to check it out at one point, but I also remember not wanting to, and I didn't fucking have to, so, like, yeah, that shit was nuts.
That is
Yeah.
insane.
We had plenty of water where we were, too, but that fucking shit was nuts.
God. It rained mud in the Middle East.
Fucking mud. It was crazy. I didn't go outside
Rained
the entire
mud.
time it
That's,
rained.
that's
I was just in there because I was off for like the 2 days. But it rained for literally
sounds
2 days.
depressing. Sounds extremely depressing. Sounds like I've seen some footage of. I want to say, where was it? Like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, where the fires are,
Yeah.
where all the forest fires, and like the sky is like red. Like even during daytime,
Yeah.
there's like you can't see the sun. It's just there's so much smoke,
Yep.
and it's just
Did you see it when it
it
was
looks
like that
so
here?
depressing.
There was like a
What's
day
that?
when it was. There was like a day when it was like that here because all the smoke had crossed in a jet stream, like 30,000 feet overhead, and it made it like that here. I was like, wow.
I don't.
It was like a Friday. It It was fucking nuts.
I don't remember that.
It was nuts. I was like uncomfortable. I was like, ugh. Why is it so scary?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Right.
I honestly looked like when we were in the dust storms overseas. That's how bad it looked.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Sounds depressing.
It went from like 130 to 105 in raining mud. Yeah, that was the thing too. The rain was warm and hot, and sometimes, like literally hot rain. It sometimes hurt to get hit by rain. Yeah.
Boiling hot semen.
You and this fucking semen thing.
When I say boiling, that's the first thing that pops in my head anymore.
It's because
boiling.
Scott likes
semen.
Scott likes Navy men. He likes seamen.
I like seaman
He likes
and
really
semen.
hot seamen.
Boiling hot semen. Boiling hot semen in a cup.
How many times can he say it?
I boil that shit in the morning.
I'm gonna put a time or a little fucking counter on this when I edit it.
Boiling hot semen, all in a cup. Fucking boil that shit
Like,
until it's
ding.
nice and fucking scalding hot.
Ding.
Boil that fucking semen.
Ding.
Fucking delicious boiling hot semen.
Ding.
Fuck. I'm just thinking about that boiling hot semen right now.
Are you gonna do this for the next 20 minutes? Thank you.
Yes.
Do it. I believe in you. You have 10 minutes you could fill probably with just that.
I don't know if I want 10 minutes to be filled with boiling hot semen. I mean, I don't know.
Oh
how
yes,
Ding.
you do. You want it all filled with boiling hot semen,
Ding.
all up in your fucking house, all up in your boiling, just all over
I
the
like how
place.
he's getting like into it now. He's like all up in your house, in your life.
All up in
I
your,
want it in your
all up
apartment.
in the
I'm gonna
crevices
fucking.
of your
You're
ass
gonna
crack,
fucking.
all in your penis hole.
You're gonna fucking buy an RV and it's gonna be in your fucking RV. That's how much it's gonna be in there.
Yeah, you're gonna be in a mobile home with fucking jizz boiling
Just
all over the place.
in a mobile home with jizz.
I don't know. This might be a time for me to hang up these days.
That's hilarious. That was
Kids,
great.
hide your husbands because they're
Oh, come on, Nathan. You know you love it.
I don't
It's
know. I
all
feel like
just fun and games.
if it's boiling hot, I mean, first of all, it would have the texture of eggs probably.
It would be, yeah. It would be eggs by that
Boiling
point.
hot, and probably
So
not.
just make some fucking breakfast,
I never thought
dude.
about that. You're cooking fucking breakfast.
Make some fucking pull out some bacon with your fucking boiling semen. Fucking,
There's
you know,
cheese on that bitch.
What's the saying? When God gives you lemons, make lemonade. When God gives you boiling hot semen, make some breakfast.
Make semen eggs.
Make some semen eggs with bacon, bro.
Actually, you gotta be careful. If you got a bunch of semen and eggs, you could end up with a baby.
Oh, that's right. A half chicken,
that's
half human
true.
hybrid.
Lots of babies.
Fucking, yeah, bacon, pig.
You could end up with a half chicken, half human hybrid, just running around with like a big head but small legs, have talons for feet.
Semen poached eggs, huh?
Semen poached eggs. Oh god. Oh no.
Semen.
You like it a little
poached
over
eggs.
easy, right?
Oh.
Hang on, we'll just
That's
top
the
it
way I
off.
like
Give
it.
me a second. Give me a minute.
That's the way I like it. How about we end with me playing the stage?
let's end with the DMCA violation. Yeah, good idea.
Damn it.
Good solid idea.
I have
I
so
know.
many different videos on that YouTube channel of mine that have all these different
I'm
covers.
sure
I
you
wonder
have
what's
copyright
happening with-
violations on there too, and they're probably all demonetized by now.
I can't get into my page. I'm pretty sure that's what's happened
Do you
now,
still
which
know the
is fucking
password?
bullshit.
Do you still know the password?
No, I can't get into it. I don't remember the password.
Oh, then you're fucked. You'll never
And-
be able to get into it again. That's what they told me too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want a
I
little
had
story
like
time? So the way that this
Sure.
works is if you had a legacy account on YouTube, there was a point in time where YouTube contacted you in your email account and they said, hey, you need to go onto YouTube and sign up for a Gmail account and link it to your Gmail account and add this account as a brand to your other account. Or otherwise, you're going to lose fucking everything. And they said this, and they sent you another one a month later that said, you have exactly a day to get this shit done. Like, we gave you like exactly 30 days to fucking fix this. And you didn't do it. And so after that, they locked your account. And if you know the password, you could still, to this day, sign into that original brand account with just the username and password, but you have to know the password, the original password, the non-defunct, non-locked password, or otherwise, you can never, ever get into it again. And that's just how it is.
There's no hope.
Yeah, I contacted them and got an email from an actual person back about it because I wanted to know the actual requirements for it. Because I was like, well, that doesn't seem fair. How many people are out there with just accounts that are lost forever like that? And they were like, tons. There's nothing we can do. The best you can do, if you wanted your stuff taken down, is just go on their site and tell them, take my site down. I just take my videos down. I don't want them up there anymore. And they'll do that. That's all you can do.
What would happen if like you had like a really big channel, like like fucking Markiplier, and you just something like that happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I assume because they're big enough and they're such a big player in the game, they would actually go out of their way to fix that for them. But unless you're huge, I don't see them doing it. You know what I mean? I don't see them fucking going out of like if PewDiePie lost this fucking thing, of course they're gonna fix PewDiePie's account. He can just show up at the YouTube office in fucking San Bernardino, California, with his little fucking platinum plaque and be like, fix my account, and they'll be like, okay, yeah. Here's the mainframe, PewDiePie. Go call it the N-word. Like, am I wrong? That's what he's known for at this point, in my opinion. He's kind of an asshole.
Yeah, he seems like an asshole.
Yeah.
I was just watching this video from these engineers on YouTube, and they've made like an actual lightsaber and like all these crazy different inventions.
Oh, I saw that.
You guys have ever seen it?
Yeah, I saw that. The lightsaber.
I watched
the plasma fucking cutter, basically.
Well, they have one where it's an actual flame.
Yeah. Yep. That's just insane.
It's crazy the stuff that they've invented. I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. But,
yeah, Hacksmith.
Like,
Hacksmith. Brian said it in the comments.
Hacksmith.
Yeah.
Hacksmith. Yeah, it looks intense.
Yeah, it's fucking intense. They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years too, so they're very good at what they do. They're amazing at what they do. They're fantastic. Check out Hacksmith on YouTube. They're fucking great. I was just watching that lightsaber video just the other day with a couple of coworkers at work. It's
really?
Cool. Yeah, man. It's fucking nuts. Fucking nuts. Yeah, dude. I would love to check that out. You know, cut a couple things up.
Yeah.
Let's cut a guitar up.
Right.
Like, you know.
That'd be a good video.
Yeah, it'd be a great video.
Don't do it.
Scott, I'm gonna cut your guitar up. I'm gonna cut it.
No.
I'm gonna get it. Ah.
No.
Ah.
No. No.
That's amazing.
Won't touch my PRS, my baby. My baby. Don't touch my baby.
We could do how many drumsticks can you cut? Could you throw a drumstick at it and cut it?
Oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Yeah, you can go to like music stores and get those like really cheap sticks that you get like a pack of 20 of them for like $10 or something, and they're just like the worst. That'd be perfect.
Right. They probably burn fucking fast too, huh?
Probably, yeah. They're probably not made from a dense wood.
Right. Pretty cheap, pretty fibrous. Probably overly dried, so they break pretty easily. That's probably why they're brittle.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah. Well, there we go. We have a YouTube video idea. Well, I think we've about reached the end of an hour, haven't we? We're about there.
So.
Yeah.
Have we now? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
well, that was
minutes.
a good session.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Brian, in the comments.
Yeah.
Thanks for everybody else for checking us out.
Brian. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. Much love.
You the man.
Yeah. Thank you all for being so well dressed. We've been once revealed. You've been pretty well dressed, it turns out. You know?
As it turns out, yeah.
Join us next week. Where we're going to learn how to do cartwheels while smothered in peanut butter.
Yeah.